Hello and welcome, guys. This is Rifkin here with our guest caster Nova, and we're on Newkirk Precinct with some awesome players. Nova, you want to get right into this?
Yes, so hi guys, I'm Nova, and spawning in the bottom right hand corner we have Belief as the blue Protoss, and his opponent is Sex King as the red Terra, and Sex King also formerly known as Dragon, the Grandmaster on Korea and a very popular streamer. But we're on Newkirk Precinct. What do you think about this map, Rifkin?
I gotta say, I really feel this map can go either way, but the big thing for me is, like, it's the fact that you got this big choke in the middle with land-only units. I mean, this giant gap of air in the middle, it makes it really easy for a Terran player to get in and do some drops because you got so much dead space in the main. It's really difficult to have all your bases covered, so a lot of the times, you know, you'll see Protoss, rather than building in that straight line that everyone, you know, is so neat and tidy, they'll have to place pylons around the place because there's no worse feeling than suddenly finding 4 Hellions in your base that you are not aware of.
Yeah, that's always a painful feeling. But I don't know what we can really expect from this game. I mean, Belief, I don't really know much about Belief. Dragon sometimes likes to mix in some funky play, but yeah, I think they're just both solid players.
Well, one thing that's, I gotta give Dragon credit for this. A lot of people forget, and I always talk about this, so I'm sorry if anyone here is recognizing this speech here, but Dragon, you know, he trolls around so much, and he has a lot of fun with his viewers, and just, like, you know, everyone knows him as, like, the troll, but the reality is, he's got a lot of really solid mechanics to the game. Now, sure, he's not going to be the best Terran in the world, I'm not even going to claim he is, but I think people often forget he is a good Terran player.
Yeah, he has insane splits. I watch his stream quite a lot, and it's always very entertaining, even if he's trolling or just playing normal ladder games. So
what about if he's wearing a bikini?
No comment.
Yeah, that was a weird time in history, I have to say.
I never saw that. Like, I saw like the picture of it, and I was like, okay, yeah, I actually don't want to see the VOD.
Well, the story of it pretty much went. I don't remember the numbers offhand. I think it was like when he reached like 3,000 viewers, he said he'd buy a bikini. So he gets the bikini in the mail and takes pictures of it and says, I'm not going to wear this until I got 5,000 viewers or something like that. So he finally gets 5K viewers on like Hot's like launch day, and when someone points it out to him, just on his stream, you see him go like, oh no, like I have to wear the bikini.
Well, perhaps it's a tip for anyone out there who wants a lot of stream viewers, I guess.
I don't know, I think that would drive some people away. I think the big advantage was the fact that it's Dragon. But, okay, so I've seen him actually play on this map most recently against Tarson, actually, in the MYI versus MYM, not Clan War, but however you want to phrase it, for the Acer Team Story Cup. And Dragon, I gotta say, he's got some really good TvT mechanics down, but I haven't seen him play against Protoss in Heart of this Form, not yet. I mean, I've seen him do some troll stuff, of course, but I mean, no real solid actual gameplay, so I'm really curious what he's going for. Now, right now, to me, he's got the factory coming. I'm kind of hoping he goes for some Widowmine stuff, because that's what I've seen him use in the past, and he's really good at micromanaging it, but, again, anything could go. Yeah, here we go, Widowmine's at the startboard.
Yeah, it's very popular in the current meta for Terran to do some very early harass, like, with the Widowmine, and if the Protoss, like, doesn't have detection, then, yeah, it can be quite annoying, or even game-breaking at that stage. But we see a Stargate coming up for Belief here, and what do you think he will go for? Will he go for like an Oracle opener?
I really want an Oracle opener, because the good thing about the Oracle opener is it provides a lot of harass, as well as the fact that you can use it for the detection on those Widow Mines. And because, like you said, they're so common in the meta play right now, a lot of people are going to have them. So this allows him to be aggressive, but also very safe at the same time.
Oh wow, look at this. 3 extra gates being added. It's going to be a 4-gate Oracle all-in from Belief.
Now this is kind of interesting, because I've seen variations of this where you do this, but instead you proxy the Stargate. I guess playing it real safe, really laid back. Second Oracle coming out. We'll have to see if he goes with a Phoenix follow-up to this or continued Oracle production. But one thing I want to point out real quick, sorry guys, I just put the production tab up. This is a brand new UI. I'm really getting used to it, and I totally forgot, but that's okay because you didn't miss much. It's only been 6 minutes in.
Yeah, but as we talked earlier about the mechanics from Dragon, look at his scouting at the top. He's scouting almost everywhere for any possible proxies, and perhaps like sneaky scouting, but the time warp goes down, the Oracle comes in.
Oh, and he actually manages to retain the Oracle. Very nicely done here from Belief.
Very nice micro. But Dragon should kind of know what's up at the moment. I'm really curious what his response is going to be. He has a Widowmine burrowed near the mineral line in case the Oracle wants to come anywhere near that. And it looks like he's going for a drop as well.
Yeah, moving out with his medevac, trying to hide. He knows there's air on the field. He does not want to get scouted by this, because of course the greatest power of this drop is not knowing that it's coming. Now, there's a lot of Marines at home, but I mean, quite frankly, between this Mothership core and these two Oracles, these Marines are not going to be enough to hold.
Yeah, unfortunately for them they won't, but we don't mind over there at the mineral line. He has to be careful with the Oracles, so he doesn't want to just blind fly into the Marines thinking, oh yeah, I can kill them, because he might lose 2 Oracles in exchange.
Ooh, that one of mine will go off and get 5, 6 probes. Very nicely done.
It's a very big detonation. And it's so annoying for a Protoss, like, what do you do now? Do you bring the Oracles back?
Well, he's got 3 of them.
Yeah.
I mean, he can either go full ham with this and just try and do as much damage as humanly possible, or take at least 1 home and create a soft contain. But with having gone for 4 gateways the way he is, I think he really wants to just push this as hard as he can.
And that's exactly what he's going to do. The Viking comes out from Dragon, snipes an Oracle, but here come the Stalkers, and Dragon is in trouble, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we see on the map, I mean, there's just a lot more blue than there is red is what it comes down to. Look at the actual army supply too. I mean, it's fairly even, but you gotta remember, Dragon has 2 of his Widow Mines and a medevac in his opponent's base. He needs to have units at home right now.
Yeah, and we see the focus fire on the tech lab. Trying to... Oh, but Dragon's playing XTVs, hold on.
He does get a Marauder, and Marauders are very effective at dealing with these Stalkers, but unfortunately he has very little to shoot these Oracles. The last couple Marines do go down. Widow Mine burrowing does not quite get the burrow.
The Oracle damage is way too high for this, I feel.
Yeah, look at that. The SCVs have been getting shredded. All the workers almost gone at this point. Meanwhile, trying to kite over top of the Widow Mines. Can he get the second Oracle? He needs to.
Oh, he gets the second Oracle with the Widow Mine, but is this GG? What can Dragon do?
I don't know.
Lift off.
Yeah, he's left his try and run. The thing too is he's got a couple Widow Mines down. If he can actually wait, if he can somehow survive to the cooldown, he can take out a couple more Stalkers. But I mean, with only 1 Marauder, 1 Marine at his disposal, Dragon does not really have an army. Or anything
not really,
close
but
to
the Widow Mines in the mineral line of his opponent, of Belief, are doing great damage. It's keeping the economy low from Belief. He is on 10 workers right now.
Yeah, 16. He's got 16 workers killed between those 2 mines at this point.
Pretty good.
Well, when it comes to an economy swap, I mean, he's got an orbital. He can try and land it, but he's got to repair it like right now. It's a little focused on some micro back at home though.
Yeah, trying to kill them zealots with a Marauder isn't always the fastest, but
he can still carry around some of these Widow Mines though. There you go. He starts lifting some up to move him over, but this 1 Marauder is kind of his only hope. As if Command Center is about to burn, he doesn't have enough minerals for another. I can't see this going Dragon's way at all at this point. I mean, sure, the mineral line has his opponent's hurting, but it's not gone. These Widow Mines are about to rearm, killing off another probe or 2. But I mean,
yeah,
what can he do at this point?
Protoss player is in way... Yeah, the Protoss seems to be in a way too good of a shape at this point. Dragon has no mining base up anymore. He has some buildings floating around, and that's the only thing really what's keeping him alive.
Yeah, meanwhile, our Protoss opponent, he I don't know, he's got no like, I'd like to see a Phoenix come out so he can deal with the air, but Dragon's actually he's
but he doesn't have enough mineral income or gas income to support a Phoenix.
That's a good point. Yeah, his income's definitely hurting from these Widow Mines, but I find it hilarious that he's got a Viking inside the medevac. That just seems like ironic on so many different levels. But the micro control on this, the pickup and the drops have been astounding as he's just kiting what little that Belief has in his own base. He's gonna eventually have to come home with, yeah, this big Stalker army.
And Belief lost the Oracle, so no detection for him, so even though Belief still has a base, he can't mine from it.
Ooh, Time Warp going down over top of the Marine, but of course this can't just be healed through that Mothership core damage. It does not really have any damage at all, but I mean,
here comes the big moment. The 7 Stalkers are coming back home and
they gotta snipe off these medevacs. Nice boost trying to keep them away, but 1 single Marauder and a Viking, that's all that's left. A couple Widow Mines. Dragon has got to position these Widow Mines if he wants to do anything at this point.
It's 2 Medivacs, a Marauder and 4 Widow Mines left for Dragon.
Alright, well, realistically assessing the situation of what's going on right now, I mean, there's no income for either player right now. Neither player can build a Nexus or a Command Center anywhere else. Dragon's got the Widow Mine advantage, and oh my god, look at that damage!
Yeah, the detonations are excellent, and
he lost another medevac.
But he loses a Medivac, yeah. Wow.
And we have mining resuming here for Believe. So I mean, all he's got to do is get enough minerals to build somewhere else, and he's going to be okay. Dragon has got, well, this is it really, his Widow Mines and the 1 Marauder. But the Widow Mines are destroying the Stalkers. And the income, as you said before, it's just non-existent. He can't produce units that he needs. 1 Phoenix out right now would change this entirely. As this medevac is
try to get a Forge Up and a cannon, I would say. But he's losing so much probes that I don't think it's possible anymore to get it out.
Or even an Oracle. I mean, something, anything just to start cleaning things up. But Stalker's Focus firing down the medevac.
Oh, but the medevac...
Oh, 20 health remaining.
And the Marauder will, of course, win against the Stalker.
Or Nova, whatever you want to be referred to as. What is happening right now? Marauder is now poking away at the last couple probes. Widowmine's catching them as well. And
this is such an awkward situation.
Wait, he's got a stalker. Nope, had a stalker in the middle of the map. Past tense. And
there's nothing left.
There's a zealot. Where's that one zealot? But it can't walk over these Widowmines.
Yeah, exactly.
This is ridiculous.
And the Marauder can kite it all day.
This is... I don't even...
But the problem is, the zealot can't kill the flying starport, but the Marauder can kill everything on the ground from Protoss. And as long as there's engagement, it won't go to a stalemate.
Yeah, as long as there's no mining period as well, Believe can't do anything. I mean, he's got 145 minerals, but that's not enough to do anything. This Zealot's gonna walk over the Widowmine. Yep, that plus damage versus shields, man, just too good.
He still has enough to warp in a Stalker though, but what can he really do with it? I think he should at least try to clean up some of the buildings from Dragon, but I don't think that starport is going anywhere.
No, without any air units, definitely not. Oh, it's such a shame. I mean, like, a Phoenix, anything could just... Okay, there's the Stalker. Didn't get warped in. But I mean, what can one Stalker do? There's 4 Widowmines and the Marauder. Forget the Widowmines. The Marauder has a medevac to boost it. And, I mean, a Stalker does not take on a Marauder. No way.
Medevac with 7 hit points. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, good point.
But the Widowmines are placed so well that the Stalker can't really come anywhere close to this. So the Marauder is just eventually going to kill off this Nexus. And that's gonna take quite a while.
It's gonna take some time, but this is it. It's weird. I don't know how. I'm at a loss for words because there's no way in my mind Dragon should have been able to come back to this, like at all, much less win it.
It's insane. It's absolutely mind-blowing how he's been able to.
Boosting the Nexus with nothing in it. I'm sure Believe at this point as well is just sitting here like, what, why, and how? Like
what happened?
How do you get so far ahead and then fall behind is just kind of that ridiculous moment, you know?
Don't forget, the Marauder is the last unit Dragon made as well from the barracks. He made a Marauder last minute. And
well, actually, this is...
What do you do when you can't do anything? You type in the chat.
See, he shouldn't have said it was a tie, because Dragon actually doesn't know whether Believe has anything else on the field. He could have a net... Or no, I guess it's been revealed at this point, so I take that back.
Yes.
Yeah, they were revealed. Dragon now sees everything on the field. So yeah, as stupid as this is, and as much of an eternity as this could take, Believe, I mean, Dragon could bum rush him with these with the Widowmines. I mean,
there is still a possibility on a draw. The Medivac has low HP. There's still a pylon on there's still 2 pylons on the other side of the map. If the Stalker can somehow intercept the Medivac with the Marauder in,
he's just got to hit it once, yeah, because of course Widowmines can't attack buildings, but this is what I'm saying, Dragon needs to lift up these Widowmines, he just needs to take out that last Stalker. Although I don't know if he knows, because this was warped out of vision. So I don't actually know if Dragon knows that there's a Stalker remaining, but what he does know is that nothing's going on in his own base. So that probably says to him there's no units left on the field. Starport now coming to its new home. Yeah, I don't know.
What else is there to say about this?
I really don't know, man. I mean, Nova, when you said you had a good replay for me, I would never have believed that this is what you meant, because this has been ridiculous, to say the least.
It's amazing how he managed to, like, come back into this game or not. Like, I think almost 90% or even more than 90% of all the Terrans would have just straight up died to that push.
I really wish he had Stimpack, I'm just saying. Like, this would take a little bit less longer. But Believe, I can't blame him. Like, whether it's trying to mind game him or just be frustrated, this is...
I think it's more frustration. I mean, if I was in his situation, I'd be pretty frustrated.
Dude, if I was in Dragon's situation, I'd be frustrated. Like,
I'd be smiling.
Well, I'd be smiling, but I'd be like, I'm such a cheeky dick. I can't believe I brought this back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's more like disbelief, I would say. Like, smiling of disbelief. Like, how did this happen? I messed up a little bit in the start, lost a lot of stuff, and still this one Marauder spinning me the game.
Okay, he's gonna start being aggressive, but he knows there's a Stalker, but that's really it. I mean, if there was anything else here, there would have been more than a one stalker response to his poke just now.
But yeah, this could take on for quite a bit, so let's quickly speed up the replay a little bit. But
yeah, I wish I had taken a look at the
actually,
time before we got into this, so I could see like how long this was gonna take.
Let's speed it up even more. Come on, Marauder.
Alright, now, again, I just want these Widowmines to move out and try and... I guess, you know what, actually, with the boost in that medevac, he might be able to get across the field in time. What's the timeout duration? Isn't it like you get a minute or 2 minutes or something before it's a draw? After new activity goes on?
Yeah, but the draw, it only counts if there's no like structures or units engagements being killed. Like as soon as he kills a gateway or a
right, but what I'm saying is,
built,
will it take him long enough, like, because he's got to get from this side of the map to the other, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, can he do that in the amount of time available? I don't actually know how. I've never been in this situation. I don't know how long a draw is going to take.
It takes about 2 minutes for the stalemate to kick in.
Okay, so yeah, he's going to have to
and
book
then
it.
he has 30 seconds, I think, before the game actually finishes, or a minute. So it's, yeah, roughly 3 minutes estimated.
Yeah, I would have to say you'd have a lot of time on your hands if you could sit through this. I mean, as we can see here on the game clock, this has been like well over 5 minutes at this point.
Yes.
But you know what? Like a stubborn win is still a win. I mean, it doesn't matter how you look
It's
at
a
it.
win.
Yeah.
And to be honest, how Dragon microed this,
we
he
go.
absolutely deserved the win as well.
Yeah, the I don't know, like it's so
Yeah,
weird to think about. Like if those oracles had focused down like the units instead of the SCVs, like any one small thing could have really made Dragon lose this game. But in the best possible scenario, he managed to somehow win. I don't even, Dirk. This is a weird game, man.
This was extremely weird, but let's admit, it was a pretty good one.
Yes, absolutely. So thank you very much for casting with me, and I hope everyone enjoyed the game, because I know I did. That was so weird.